Okay, so I just opened Goodreads and I thought that it would be kind of fun idea if we go along and see what all the best sellers, the best books, sorry, of 2020, and let's just see what the genres are. So, first, and the categories, I guess they call them. So, the first is fiction. So let's see what fiction is. Let's see what's happening. Sorry, my computer is very slow right now. There's something wrong with this. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. So either you can vote for this book, which I've never heard of, the first one, Jodi Piquito, Wish You Were Here. And this category is Best Fiction. So this is a nomination round. And then Remarkably Bright Characters. Never read that one. I don't feel like I read a lot of literary fiction. Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I've never read that book. True Bliss. Never read that book. Our Missing Hearts. So let's see if in every single category, let's see if I have any books in every category that I have read. Well, one book at least. Our Missing Hearts. I actually did read that book. Sarah Allison Alien. Addison Alien. Other Birds. Emma Strawman's This Time Tomorrow. Now the Time to Panic. Notes on an Excursionist. Oh, Frederick Backman. He is wonderful, but I have not read this book. I've read many of his books, but that'd be actually, I would want to read it because I feel like I want to read all of his books. He delves into very hard hitting topics, but they're also very, I don't know, they're very real and raw, but he just does it in a way that is very creative. And there's some parts that are like Bear Town, for example, is a little bit hard to read, but anyway, the winners. So I think this is actually part of the Bear Town series, maybe. I've never heard of that book. Barbara. The Sea, Elizabeth Storm. Honor. The Holiday Nantucket. How Not to Drown in a Glass of Water. Interesting title. Night Crawling. I have no idea how to say that. That one. These must be translations from different. Maybe this one is a different translation. And then Manhunt. Honey. So out of all these books, I only read Our Missing Hearts. So I'm going to vote for that. And then we're going to go back again. And it's going to be slow. Okay, so mystery and thriller section. Let's see what's voting. So you can now, this is a way better setup. I don't know why the other setup is so odd. So I probably read some of these because I like mystery. So never read The Paris Apartment, The Flicker in the Dark. Never read that. The Golden Couple, The Family Game. This seems interesting though. The Housemaid, The Maid. I read The Maid. Jacqueline, Jacqueline, Jacqueline. Night Shift. The Night Shift. I've heard of good things about that. Alice Friesland. The Violin Conspiracy. The Book of Cold Case. The It Girl. I read The It Girl. Oh, Chantal reads all day. She actually was talking about this book, The Bullet That Missed. I haven't read it, but it looks good. More Than You'll Ever Know. The guest overnight. The guest over. The overnight guest. Wrong place, wrong time. Sounds good. Lisa Jewell. She is a little bit too dark for me, but that's just me. Killers of a Certain Age. The Family Remains. All good people here. Things we do in the dark. Things we do. Okay. So, I haven't read any of those except for The It Girl and what's the other one? Oh, The Maid. The Maid. So I'm gonna vote for The Maid because I really like that book. Really like that book. That was my favorite. That I read of those two books, so that was a fail. Yeah, and I guess like I don't know, don't really read. It's more like that seemed like more like horror a little bit. So historical fiction. I have actually been reading a little bit more historical fiction lately. So I might have read some of these. So Peace Blossom Spring, have not read. The Last Rose of some, not sure. Black Cake, I've heard good things about this good book. Four Treasures of the Sky, Viola, read that. The Marigold Palace, read that. The Marriage Portrait, read that. Taylor Jenkins Reid, I've read that. Well, I've read that book. Carrie Stolde is back. Okay, so I've read Memphis. I haven't read Trust. Not read Lessons in Chemist. Jan Margot. The Diamond Eye. The Book Woman's Daughter. The Passenger. No, I haven't read that. Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. The Last House on the Street. Seems like this is like historical fiction, but mystery. Yeah. So, Hesitator, The Take My Hand, Kate Atkinson. So I have read, how many books did I read in this series? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I really liked Memphis. That was a good book. So I'm gonna vote for that. So let's go to the next category. It's a lot easier to do. Next category is fantasy. So I'm kind of into fantasy, and I don't know. So, Original Monsters. I have not read that book. Very Secret Society. Irregular Witches. No, would not read that. The Stardust Thief. That sounds kind of interesting. The War Two Queens. That sounds interesting. So I don't really love like books that are, I don't know, kingdom, and there's probably a word for like kingdom based and like that kind of thing, like in a kingdom and everything. Stephen King fairy tale. Keely Key. Net and Bone. The Axel Six. A River Engaged. Valley. Oh, fantasy. When Women Were Dragons. The Lost Metal. The Book Eaters. That actually sounds interesting. Wait. Was a secret line of people for whom books are food and who relate all of a book's contents, re- retain all of the book's contents after eating it. To them, spy novels are a particular snack. Romantic novels are sweet and delicate. Eating a map can help them remember destinations, and children, when they misbehave and are forced to eat dry, musty pages from dictionaries. Interesting. I think I might read that just because it's like a bookish book. Um, Thirsty Foot. Thirsty. I don't know. Some of these names I'm not sure. And Claves. Clubs. Enclaves. The Golden Enclaves. Daughters of the Moon Goddess. The World We Make. Legends and Lattes. That's a Greek goddess, definitely, and I don't know what that says. Euclid. Okay, let's hear it. Electra, okay. And then Sarah J. Maas. What a legend for historical fiction. House of Sky and Breath. Yep, definitely voting for that. Next category is, drumroll please, romance. No, the romance. Oh, not for me. Maybe for other people, but not for me. Probably have not read any in this whole thing. And before, I read a few of those, but not that many of them. Like just the Sarah J. Maas, pretty much fantasy. Probably read none of these. Part of Your World, the Kiss Curse, Twisted Hate, Wedding Crasher. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. People in this genre, or people that like this genre, are probably like, I'm so offended. I'm sorry. Terms and Conditions, Themes We Never Got Over, Electric Idol. Let's see. Electric Idol. Oh, yeah, I said it right. Woo-hoo. Okay. Reminders of Him, Colleen Hoover. You made a fool of death with your beauty. Every summer after, Delilah Green doesn't care. Funny, you should ash. Okay, play on words, I guess. The Bodyguard, Dating Dr. Dill. The starts with It Starts With Us. The American Roommate Experiment. Actually sounds kind of interesting. Okay, well, I did read the book Lovers because Emily Henry puts a spin on books. Like I read Beach Read because I had to read it for my book club. So, and she does put a spin on like romance books that actually are not just tropes over and over again. So I really appreciate that. And I'm always trying to get out of the genres I stick to. So I try to read at least a few books in the different genres, but I try to read one romance a year just because the sake of trying to get element. So yeah, I did read Book Lovers. Thank you for listening. Love on the Brain. Hook, line, and sinker. Okay, well, I'm going to vote for the one book I actually did read. Okay, next science fiction, my favorite genre. Favorite genre. Okay, here we go. Dead Silent. Let's see how many books I read all of these. Dead Silent. Prism. Whoops. Snap. Okay, there we go.
Primitives.
Primitives, never heard of that book. The Daughter of Dr. Moray. Never heard of that one. Dan Cassier, Sleepwalking. Sleepwalk? The Hunt the Stars. Self-Portrait with Nothing. Let's see.
The Kaiju Preservation Society.
That's interesting. The Measures. Never heard of that one. See. The
Sea of Tranquility.
Sea of Tranquility. Optimic. And okay, I read that one. Lost in Time. I have read that one. Nona. I have not. I read this. How High Will We Go in the Dark. I thought that was a really good book. That was my so far number one. The genesis of hate being dyslexic.
The Genesis of Misery.
The Genesis of Mystery. Ocean's Echo. Leech. Mickey.
Leviathan Falls.
Leviathan Falls. Okay. Station. Internally. Station Internally.
Station Eternity.
Eternity. Upgrade Black. Crouch. Okay, so I read The Measure, Dead Silence, Sea of Tranquility, and How High We Go in the Dark. But this one was my favorite. How High We Go in the Dark. Horror, no, never. That's the other genre I will never read, and I will not force myself to read. Because, I don't know, just as a Christian, I just can't. I just can't do that kind of stuff. Because, yeah, I don't want to get my mind to that state where it is just not God honoring. I'm sorry, this is taking forever because my Wi-Fi is really slow. So since we're waiting, what would you pick for, oh, there we go, for each genre? Yeah, Lassel's Hill, Hidden Pictures, What Moves the Dead, The Children on the Hill, the don't know.
The Hacienda.
The Hacienda. Of course, Stephen King would be on here. Gwen's Final Task, The Small Angels, The Violence, Just Like Mother. I think it's Just Like Mother. Yeah, Just Like Mother, just the backwards. White Horse, Jupiter and Thorn, The Cherry Robbers, Sundial, The Fever. No, not Fever.
The Fervor.
The Further. Such Sharp Teeth. Probably about a werewolf. Werewolf. Our Wives Under the Sea. Ooh, that sounds kind of like mystery too, though. We separate. House of Hungry. The Devil Takes You Home. So that's why I would not read this book. Manhunt. Okay, well I'm going to vote for maybe one that's like, I'll just read. No, that's Stephen King. Let's read White House, Small Angels, no. Child on the Hill. Maybe the one about this one. Leah is charged is Leah is changed months earlier. She left for a routine expedition, only this time her submarine sank to the sea floor. When she finally surfaces and returns home, her wife, Mira, knows that something is wrong. Barely eating and lost in her thoughts, Leah rotates between rooms in their apartment, running the tap morning and night. As Mira searches for answers, despite to understand what happened below the water, she must face the possibility that the woman she loves is slipping from her grasp. Okay, so it's about two lesbians, so I'm not really sure about that one. Like, I support the LGBTQ plus community. It just, I don't really, for myself, I don't really condone that for myself. Not that I don't see it being okay for others. The cherry robber. What moves the dead? Hidden places. The child on the hill. Honestly, no, I'm not gonna vote for any of these. They're just like a little bit too much. Okay, humor. No, don't really read humor, but I mean, maybe I have read a few. I'm not sure. So, who do I think I am? The Field Guide to Dumb Birds of the Whole World. Hello, Molly. Excuse me while I disappear. The Office BFFs. The world deserves my child. Midlife bites. Wait, what? Midlife bites. Anyone else falling apart or is it just me? No, girl, I am too. And I'm more dateable than a plate of refried beans and other romantic observations. What? Say what? Now. Why did I do that? Go back. No, just all switched. Okay, where was I? The refried beans one.
I'm more dateable than a plate of refried beans and other romantic observations.
Interesting. Okay, so sicker in the head. I'd like to play alone, please. Essays. Interesting. Start without me. I'll show myself out. All About Me by Mel Brooks. In on the Joke. I already said that. Happy Go Lucky. Girls Can Kiss Now. I actually did read this book, the 90s. It was it was a good book. Just because I was born in the 90s, like early, like 1993. So, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to learn about that decade when people like, I don't know, not when I was like a toddler, but when people were like high school or whatever, like older than me. Idols, Marriage, Motherhood, Milk, and Mistakes. The world's worst assistant. Who's the five? What? Connor O'Brien's long-time assistant and co host of his podcast. Interesting. 10 Steps to Maiden
Nanette.
and Nanette. 10 Steps to Nanette. Okay, so I'm gonna vote for the 90 days. Or sorry, the 90s. Oh man. Okay, next category. I'll kind of speed this up. It's gonna be a long video. Okay, nonfiction. Okay, so I do read nonfiction. Visual thinking, All the Living and the Dead, What If? Unmasked, My Life Solving American's Cold Case, How to Be Perfect, The Mystery of Normal, Building a Second Brain. Oh, I've read this, The Power of Regret. I read that. Really good. Roger, read that this year. Power of Regret. Roger, True Story of Gifters, Killers, Rebels, and Crooks. Bittersweet, Sound to America, Atlantis of the Heart, These Precious Days, Stolen Focus. Then it says why you can't pay attention and how to deep think to think deeply. Okay, also my dyslexia makes me switch words around in my head. So I'll see a word and then, or I'll see a few words and then I'll switch them. So that's what just happened. A taste for poison. 11-day deathly
molecules and the killers who use them.
molecules and the ways they use them. Interesting. Why has no one told me this before? On Goodreads. Okay, the song of the ceiling. The something generation. Trevon meditate generation.
Traven generation.
Traven generation. Starry messengers. Comments. Perspectives on civilization and
Immense world.
an immense world. So I would say I have read a few of these. So I read Bittersweet. I read The Myth of Normal. I read All the Living and the Dead. Visual Thinking, Power of Regret. So I'm thinking I'm going to do Power of Regret. Then that's done. Then Memoirs. And Autobiography. Okay. I think I read a few of these. So, The Man Who Could Move Clouds, We Were Dreamers, Token Black Girl. Ooh, that would be a good one to read because they're always trying to have the token black girl in movies, and it's just a shame. Just so racist and shameful. In Love by Amy Bloom. Boom Shelter, Bomb Shelter, sorry. Stay Tuned. Uncultured. I'm Glad My Mom Died. I have read part of that book, so if I can, even if I've read even part of the book, I'm still gonna vote if I haven't read something else. Okay, because that book is amazing and just goes into really deeply into like how Nickelodeon and Disney just and her like own life as her with her mom has really everyone just around her was trying to like brand her and name her for who she wasn't, and she just was being controlled by all these people. So it's very good. Jennette is amazing. Solito, never heard that. Easy Beauty. Madly Deeply, The Diaries of Al Rickman. Lost and Found. Left on 10th. Second Chance at Life. Ooh, that sounds good. Interesting. Cry in the Bathroom, a memoir. Finding Me. Matthew Perry, Friends, Love, and the Big Terrible Thing. Tiger of the Year, Year of the Tiger. Mean Baby, Funny Farm. I actually did read this. Oh, this book. Oh my word. Absolutely incredible. What my bones know. Whoa, what a book. Like, seriously, I actually want to reread this probably like three. Like, I've already read this twice, and it's so, so good. It's about this girl who's dealing with PTSD. Hi, it's Emily.
Hi, Emily. It's Monique from Blue Oak.
So this book is, well, yeah, so it's about this girl who's struggling with, who's had PTSD and complex PTSD, and she just goes into how she like rectified herself, and just, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So this book is good, but it's like, I don't know, it's good, but this book is, ugh, it definitely should be 5. I don't know why I ever even voted it at like 3. So yeah, definitely voting for this. Let my bones know. Such a good book. Read it, please, people. Next is, I think it's historical. Oh, history and biography. Okay, how many more do you got here? You got, let's see, 5 more. Okay, so Prisons of the Castle. I've not read that. Bad Mexicans by Hands Now Known. River of the Gods. Sounds like mythological. Rise. Hamlet. The Escape Artist. My dad will probably like that book. Auschwitz. To warn the world. Interesting. Okay. The American Midnight. The Revolution. The Dark Queens. Bad Days. Wise Gals. Game and Gangsters and Nazis versus Nazis. Agent Josephine. And There Was Light. Abraham Lincoln. Anna. Is this Anna Delvey story? Oh my gosh. Is it? Follows the same kind of woman legend. It becomes powerful because of media. As a child, Anna was a tomboy who. No, this is not the Anna Delvey story. That'd be funny though. His name is George Floyd. Oh, I should definitely read that. Would be so good. I want to read that. Put that on my wants. Whoa, I didn't even know that book that was even came out. I didn't even know that was even a book. That's so cool. Things you learn, right? Dangers, dangerous rhymes. Okay. Shine bright. Oh wait, what does it say? Shine bright. A very personal history of Black women in pop. That'd be very interesting. Slaying the Dragon, a secret history of something dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Of Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, I'm definitely choosing the Floyd. George Floyd. Because that is definitely what we need to be thinking about George Floyd. And not having poor judgments of people. Even though I think we've come a long way, but I still think that we need to come further. So I do not read graphic novels, never have. So this is going to be interesting. Wash Day, Diaries, Chef's Kiss, Welcome to Saint Hell, Heartstopper, Saga, Career in Books. Actually sounds kind of cute. Career in Books. A novel about friends. money and the occasional duck bun. Lord, Lore,
Lore Olympus.
Lore Olympus, Huda, F. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I don't want to say any swear words. So that one. Thieves, it won't always be like this. That sounds very like deep. Growing up with her Egyptian father's new family, forgetting unexpected bond, and navigating adolescence in an unfamiliar country. Interesting. Ducks. 2 years in the oil sands. Messy Roots. Graphic memoir of America. Crumbs.
Crumbs.
Demon in the Wood. I'll never read that. The Many Deaths of Larissa Star. Oddball. Fangirl. Okay, I think no, I have not read that. That's manga. I have not read that. Squire. Killing, stalking. That sounds a little dark. Everything okay? That sounds like about mental health, maybe. Yeah. Anxiety and depression right there. Okay, I'm gonna vote for that. Let's just vote for that. Poetry. Do not really read poetry. Read a few things, but I bet you they're not gonna be on this list. So, musical tables on sun shadow or sun swallowing. Alive at the end of the world. Woman without shame. I feel like last year poetry and like some of these things were not on the list. Time is a mother. Waking Jean.
Walking Gentry Home.
Walking Gentry Home. All the flowers. Kneeling. Call us what we carry. Weaving sundown in a scarlet light. 50 poems for 50 years. Girls that never die. Normal distance. Golden axe. The world keeps ending and the world goes on. Unlock your storybook heart. Yeah, no, I don't know how to say that. That's an
Pocahontas poems.
yeah, that. And yet, the shift. The hunting king, cerulean. Bless the daughter, rised by a voice in her head. But it sounds about like depression again. Or doing contribution. Yeah. Womanhood, trauma, and resilience from the celebrated collaborated on Beyonce, Lemon, and Black is King, award winning. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? Maybe I might pick that, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm picking that one. Always with the mental health people. Okay. Okay. Did I do all of them? Hold on. Okay, so debut novels. So read that. Okay, so these are all already on the ones that actually were on from all the books that we saw before. So debut novel. So I have read How High We Go in the Dark. I've read The Measure. I've read. What else have I read? Oh, Memphis and The Maid. Just because I like science fiction, I'm gonna pick How High We Go in the Dark. But The Maid is also very good. Okay, the next category is young adult fiction. This video is so long. I'm so sorry. Okay, All the Rage. All My Rage. Sorry. Oh, it's glitching out. Okay. I don't know what this says.
I feel you after all.
I feel you after all. The final gambit. So I did read the Inheritance Games, but then I dropped the ball and I didn't finish the series because I wasn't very interested in it. Which a lot of people would be like, "Oh my goodness, how could you not be?" But I'm sorry. I don't know. Loveless, Family of Lies. Read that book. Show for Two. See You Yesterday. The First to Die at the End. Okay, actually, a lady at the a librarian told me that I should read it, and I was like, maybe. So maybe I should actually read it. You'll Never Be the Death of Me. I am currently reading. I'm almost done, and it's really good, so I might go for that. The Weight of Blood, and I really like Karen M. McMahon's writing. So just her character, and like I think it's her thing is it's more plot driven, not really. Well, the characters are there, but they're not really like the main source of like the actual development of the story. So anyway, Hell Followed Us. Hell Followed With Us. As Long as the Lemon Tree Grows. That's a really pretty cover, just saying. A Kiss. Shara Wheeler. I thought it was like a romance. I Fell in Love with Hope. That's nice. That's a good one. The
Mechanical Romance.
Mechanical Romance. I Must Betray You. This one's kind of a thrillery, or a little bit of mystery. Yeah, it sounds a little. Oh, so it's in 1989. The Lesbian's Guide to Catholic School. Okay, interesting. I've read this too. Nothing more to tell. Like, I mean, seriously, she's coming in hot with these books. This was actually the first book I read by her, and it was very, very good. Actually, the librarian actually ordered 2 copies, and they said they didn't need an extra copy, and they just gave it to me. I was like, well, thanks. So that was good. And I also was in hardcover. She gets the girl. I know this word, but I don't know. I can't remember.
Anatomy, a love story.
Anatomy, a love story. Okay, so the books I've read were Family of Lies. I want to read this. And You'll Be the Death of Me, and Nothing More to Tell. I'm gonna vote for Nothing More to Tell. Yeah, for sure. Next category. Ooh, science fiction, young adult science fiction, fantasy. Here we go. Here's another one that I love. Okay, let's see how many books I've read. Kingdom of the Feared. Have not read. Whoa. Gus.
Gallant.
Gallant, the sun buried traits. Duology. I've seen this book quite a few times, but I have not read it. Oh, sorry about that. Oh my gosh, sorry. Sorry, I keep messing up on here. Oh, now it all switched it up. Okay.
Belladonna, number 1.
Belladonna. Interesting. Okay. Cursed. All That's Left in the World. I have read. Just haven't put on my Goodreads. These Twisted Bonds. Violet Made of Thorns. Fault Lady Fortune. If You Could See the Sun. So This Is Ever After. So This Is Ever After. Bloodmark. Crytonics. Chantal reads all day. She talks a lot about Brian Sanderson. His books look good, but they look so daunting. They look so thick. So I don't know, maybe I should maybe I'll read one next year. Hotel of Misfits. Miscreants. I don't know what that says.
Hotel Magnifique.
Yeah, Hotel Magnifique. Magic Steed in Poison. Only a Monster. Sun. Oh yeah, I already said that one. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. Okay, I read that. Teramafi. This. Woven Kingdom. Okay, I actually like that book though. The Ballad of Never After. So I think I'll vote for Teramafi. Even though it says that I didn't read it, but I have. Okay, middle grade. I have read a few middle grades. I like middle grade, depending on what it is. Okay, let's look. Sorry, this page is taking forever to load. Okay. Okay, The Marvelous.
The Marvelous Marveliverse, number
The
1.
Marvelous. The Ogre and the Orphan. That looks nice. That looks like a book. The Pennymores and the Curse of the Invisible Quill. The Girl in White. I have read Keep of Lost Cities. Book 9. I have read it. Except it says that I haven't, but I have. I have read this book. Whoops. Oh my heavens. I'm so sorry. Okay. Rise of the School for Good and Evil. So I remember Chantal actually talking about this book in one of her books, one of her videos. Sorry,
Amory and the Great Game.
Emily and the Great Game. Which lineage, which lines. I don't know. I Am Quiet. A story for introverts and all of us. I like her name's Emily. Her quiet, he is, why isn't it Emily? Emily is not shy, he is quiet. Emily may seem timed and shy on the outside, but on the inside he is busting with imagination while growing up, and even other kids may see Emily as the shy kid. Like that. These names are you shall and that's the book. Okay, these books just like are too much.
Eru Shah and the Nectar of Immortality, Pandava, number 5.
Zachary Ying and the Dragon Emperor. How to heal a grapher.
Griffin.
The Best Gift for Bear. The Elephant Girl. Small Town Pride. I Am Able to Shine. Evil. No. The Evil Librarian. This Is Not Enough. Two friends are excited about giving gifts to one another, but when they try to find just the right gift, nothing seems to be good enough. Ravenfall. I did read that book. That one was good. New from Here. Okay, I think I'm going to vote for I Am Quiet. Even though I've never read it, I still think I would like to read it. So, yeah. Oh, I wanted that one or Ravenfall. But I think I Am Quiet. It's more impact for the mental health. Okay, friends, that is all of the books. And that was so long. I did not vote for horror because, yeah, just did not. Wait, did I vote for fiction? Just let me double check. Yeah, I voted this one. Our Missing Hearts. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's all of them and all done. So I'm just curious. I want to see what won last year. I can't remember. I remember looking at it last year, but I don't remember who actually won. So fiction, beautiful world. Where are you? The last thing told he told me is a mystery. Historical fiction, Malibu Rising. Makes sense. Fantasy, Court of Silver Flames. Romance, like Emily Henry. Emily Henry's gonna win. Seriously, that book lovers. People we meet on vacation. Science fiction. Andy, I don't know, because it's like all these. I don't know. I remember Chantal reading that. The Final Girl Support Group. I actually did read that. It wasn't as like horror as you think. Humor, broken, nonfiction. John Green, the Apocalyptics reviewed, Crying in H Mart, uh, memorabilia and autobiographies, historical biography, graphic novel, poetry, the hill we climb, the Spanish love, the debut, Spanish love, deception, young adults, fire keeps daughters, rule of wolves, fantasy, and fantasy, middle grade, daughter of the deep. Interesting. Okay, so that's cool. Oh, The Cousins is nominated? Interesting. Yeah. Okay, because I love the book. Okay, so thank you for watching this very dyslexic video. Thank you. So I will talk to you later and then I will be doing my all my books I'm going to read for Read Your Bookshelf Challenge on from Chantel's channel coming up, and that will probably be my next video. And also keep watching for my next other video that I found Wilfrey Library books. Yeah, so be excited. Talk to you later.